Hello everybody, this is Orange Productions right over here, and today I have the Y2K V388 feature phone for your viewing pleasure. It was designed as a simple and basic feature phone for Singaporean consumers, especially the elderly, which do not need anything more than just a phone for calling and texting. Y2K is primarily a Singaporean brand dealing in smartphone accessories such as cases, as well as elderly feature phones such as this one. Here, I'll let the online store's advertising for this phone speak for itself. Okay, now that we've gone through the specs, here is the phone itself. Here we have the earpiece, the colored screen, and a nice big rubbery keypad with large keypad sizes, and their island star, which is meant to make typing easier for elderly people which might not have such good eyesight. The left side has nothing. The bottom has the micro USB charging port. Right side, I think this is a switch to activate the flashlight on the top. This is where I believe a lanyard look would have gone. On the back, we have the loudspeaker as well as the SOS button to call trusted friends and family in case of an emergency. And this is the back cover itself. When we remove the back cover, we gain access to the memory card slot that can be used to store MP3s and MP4s to play back on. This is where the SIM card will go into. And this battery is nominally 800 mAh, but I do have the original battery with me right now. So I'll be using a BL5C battery right over here. It fits exactly except for the thickness, so I can't use the back cover when shooting the rest of this video, so bear in mind. So let's turn it on. On this phone itself, the call key and the hang up key both double as the side keys for the phone, and there is no left and right key, which can cause quite a lot of confusing navigation elements, which reduce its user friendliness quite substantially, as I'll show later. For example, here in the lock screen, to unlock you have to press and hold this call key, but if you only press it once, as it implies, this message pops up, and what you have to do is to press and hold this. But it may not be clear for the target audience that this belongs to, unfortunately. On the home screen itself, you press up, you get access to the call log, down for the calendar. Let's see the things it has on the menu. Phone book, messaging, call center, which is just your call log, and call settings, multimedia, which when you insert a micro SD card, you can watch MP3s and MP4s on this phone. FM radio is also on this phone, but you don't need a earpiece as in with most other phones to enable FM radio to be played back. So it can be played back straight from the loudspeaker, which I do like. Next, we have organizer, speed dial, where you can basically long press this on from the menu itself to quickly call numbers. That was a hallmark of a lot of keypad-based cell phones back in the day, if you can remember it. Emergency settings, SOS numbers, which will be activated when you press the SOS key. SOS message, which sends a SMS to these recipients when you press this SOS key. Alarm clock, calendar, file manager, which needs a memory card, and a calculator. Settings, and that's about it. Language, we have English, Malay, and simplified Chinese. Wallpaper, let's see the wallpapers. Default, and that seems to be about it. Settings are quite basic even for a feature phone, and the last thing we want to do is to hear the ringtones. You also can have your own custom ringtones from the memory card. So that's about it for the Y2K V388 feature phone. A very simple and basic phone that doesn't really do anything much more than just calling and texting. And it only has 2G network support, so it won't work even on its target demographic, which is the Singaporean elderly, as 2G networks were shut down almost 2 years ago. So thank you, and I'll see you soon on the next video.